All right, let's pay this off. Petr Yan discussed it a couple of days ago. His corner, Petr Yan's in the States, right? He's got the title defense coming against Aljo Sterling is what we're talking about here. But Petr Yan, whose team, his corner, his trainers, his coaches are in Russia, can't get out. Visa issues, all the obvious. They can't get out. What's going to happen? We got to start right there. Is Petr Yan going to do the fight or isn't he? Is he one of these guys that can be bigger than the moment, or is he so trapped to something, there's some kind of an isolation with his corner? We're going to respect it either way, but that's what we have to find out. Is he going to do the fight? Yes. Petr Yan has been very clear. You know what? Petr Yan is one tough son of a bitch, guys. Petr Yan is better than I knew he was. Truly. Petr Yan and the way that he adjusted to the length and reach of Sandhagen showed me all I need to know about Yan. But when you were talking about the top of the division, I could pay those same compliments to Sterling. I could just bring Sandhagen right back in, who was tit for tat with Yan, being the common opponent, and who made it 40-plus seconds against Sterling, never put a hand on him. Got taken down, got controlled, got tapped out, and we all go home. I mean, I'm just sharing for you. I know Aljo can beat Yan because I've seen Aljo beat Yan. I saw the first round. I saw the second round. I know Aljo can beat him. I also know everyone's going to have problems with Yan because he's not going away. He is freaking tough. Ask Jose Aldo. Ask Jose Aldo how fun it is to fight Petr Yan at minute 20. He's coming at your ass, and he's now letting us know that he can deal with adversity. He's letting us know he's not mentally weak. He wants this fight. Paul Felder and I believe we're the only two defenders of Aljo. The night that happened, there was even a discussion with the referee who didn't know what to do because he knew resulting in a disqualification was going to make the belt change hands. Now, in hindsight, the answer is real simple. If a guy gets disqualified and he happens to have a belt, the belt changes hands. That is subsequent. It has nothing to do with the call at the time. There's only so many rules. Don't poke the guy's eyes, don't bite him, and don't kick the sumbitch while he's down. So that was handled correctly. I didn't love the idea that it took away from Aljo, because the truth of that moment is the tides were starting to turn in Petr Yan's favor. That's true. I don't know what that has to do with the story. There's all sorts of ways to beat a guy. You got the knockout, and you got the decision, you got the submission hold, and you got the TKO, and you got the disqualification. We didn't make the rules. We agreed that we were going to adhere to the preset rules, of which that's one. I never thought that Sterling owed anybody an apology. I know Olympic champions in the sport of wrestling who lost the gold medal match. They lost. They walked off with their head down. The opponent tested positive for illegal substances, gets the gold taken away. Our silver medalist moves up, and history reflects that appropriately. They just put a bronze medal around Travel Delegnev's neck from the 2012 Olympics. Because 10 years later, they tested old samples, and one of the guys in front of him was dirty. They moved him up. And the Olympic Committee did the right thing. They brought the flowers, and they brought the podium, and they brought a ceremony. They brought it right to his hometown. He's out there in Nebraska, and they put him on the stand and gave him what he rightfully earned. It's the same thing with Aljo. There was one more way to win a fight than anybody had disclosed. Everybody just going, you could knock him out, or you could go to a decision, or you could get a tap at it. There's also one more. It's called disqualification, and it got activated. I never thought that Aljo owed anybody an apology. And one thing that Aljo did is he started with kind of the apology tour. You know, kind of feeling bad. And, hey, what do you want me to do? And yeah, this shiny trinket, I'm a little embarrassed to have it. And it took him a couple of weeks. And I think that Paul Felder and myself, I think we helped him. Because we were telling everybody, you don't apologize for that. That's your belt. It's the golden rule. He with the gold rules. And Aljo started to turn things. He started going after Peter pretty hard. Now he's nicknamed Petr Yan, Cheater Yan, which is just great. I mean, as simple as that is, Cheater Yan. It just works. It just works. And now Aljo is worried if this fight won't go on, who the backup is going to be. I don't think we have to go down that road anymore. Now, again, I'm going back to social media, and I know that can be used as tongue-in-cheek, but Petr Yan has said that Sugar Sean will be his cornerman. Petr Yan then again through social media reached out to Henry Cejudo and addressed him proper. He addressed him Coach Comp. So now I'm taking it sincere. You start calling a coach, you're establishing the level of respect right there. I took it as sincere. And Henry responded halfway joking, because Henry wasn't really sure either, it appeared, and said, "You need me." We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But I do believe if Petr Yan was going to throw his cards on the table, get up and walk away, I don't think we'd be playing this game, even having fun and even doing it back and forth. I think the discussion would already begin. I don't think that Sean O'Malley would be one of the guys offering to be in the corner. Sean O'Malley would be in the short list of guys that are going to be in the cage fighting. So even if these guys were having fun, don't think you have to correct me and tell me who was trolling who. I'm well aware that enough was said that could be interpreted multiple different ways, but I do think that it still has a constant meaning, which is that Jan's going to fight. I could grab my phone right now. I'd call up his manager, Danny, and just get to the bottom of it, but I don't feel that I need to. I feel that that fight is preserved. I think that fight is going to happen. I think everybody's doing what they should be. And I wouldn't be stunned to see our community, guys like Henry and guys like Sugar Sean, actually getting in that corner and doing their job. I know that everybody in Russia, everybody in the sport admires Khabib. I know that Khabib is available to do it. So that fight's going to happen. That fight's going to happen on time, is my feel. I do think more of the story is going to get added when these new players and Yan finally does settle in on who I'm going to have. Is he going to use this just for attention and put some big fancy names in there? Maybe. If he's mentally tough to do that and the corner doesn't even matter to him, respect. But if he's going to spend a few minutes with these guys and put them in an actual position of mentorship, even in the brief amount, 3 weeks that we've got before that fight, I also respect that.